Alright. Alright, I am going to continue. For real this time. Oops. I wish I'd never. When he stole first arrived in the first, he made swift work of the cabinet of curiosity. Oh, actually, first, I need to do this right quick. The sustenance for the soul. God, thanks to you, Lakeland is now brimming with fun and happy dreams. Though there is still much to do, Lee Meg has begun to regain its former shine, and for that I'm truly grateful. My best friend and I, we built the place together, you see, but they're gone now, and it falls to me to look after our precious garden. Oh right, the little girl whose nightmare we vanquished is having a dream right now. Would you like to go and see her together? Yes, I'd love to. Actually, I wasn't asking. Never mind. When you're ready, speak to Thon's soul as before, and they'll show you in. Wow. Is this place always like this? It's just a nice place. The real Emerald Dream. Oh, you're the hero from my dream, the one who defeated the monster controlling my doll. You're so brave and strong, just like the warrior of darkness. Ever since I had that dream, I hadn't been afraid to say how I feel. Well, it might be a little bit embarrassing, but my heart feels so much lighter now. That as well, child. It's poison for the soul, to keep your feelings pent up inside. Oh dear, is it that time already? I'd like to stay and talk some more, but I have to wake up soon. Thank you all for till next time. Well, how strange to receive thanks from a mortal. That's not a bad feeling. I've been thinking, friends, with this settled in Lakeland, perhaps we may now turn our attention to those suffering from nightmares in our other regions. To Lucia next. No objections from me. Now, based on previous observations, Mon Laud plants a potent nightmare with chosen individual, who in turn spreads it to those around him. That little girl was one such person. The source of the nightmares in Lakeland. We must look for her counterparts in Clulucia and elsewhere, and likewise aid them. I see, and I trust you can track down these people with a keen sense of smell. But of course, that is what I would like to say, but it has become complicated. In order to prevent further interference, it seems Onlod has taken to employing magics to veil the scent of the nightmare at the source. The resulting being, though I can sense the general area where nightmares are concentrated, I can't readily identify the individual from which they emanate. First, you can't keep the nightmare down, and now you can't even find them? What use are you? Come. Let's not lose faith so soon. It just so happens I know someone who can help us, my creator. Let's go to Plot Any and seek their counsel together. Neko Neko, but you're not even a cat. Wait. Lung Ank, here is the Numo acquaintance I mentioned. The one who alerted me to the nightmares. This is the Steam creator. Wait, is this the same guy? Oh, maybe not. On the subject of the heart and the mind, I know none more versed than he. Master Lung Ank, I am returned. If it pleased you, these are my companions. We seek your sage counsel on the matter of the pale pixie. Oh, if it isn't Ezel, too, the namesake of my beloved teacher, pleased am I that you still think me your master. You are the hero who set free our fallen king. A fitting payment, such a valorous deed calls for a fitting payment. Oh, Lunang, you just another Numo at the end of the day. With all due respect, Master, we have need of haste, as you are aware we are on a quest to eliminate nightmares, but the pale pixie has veiled the scent with magics. Is there no way to lift its effects? I'm afraid lifting such magics will be no easy feat. However, I believe we may greatly narrow down the search by considering the circumstance of the pale pixie's birth. Their birth, you say? There's always more of us appearing, so I haven't given it any thought. To state a commonly held belief, 'tis said that a pixie is born when the soul of a mortal who died in childhood gathers near new ether to itself. Are we following this far? Having originated from a life ended too soon, such a soul is often unstable and is defined by the needs that once drove its owner, needs that are highly susceptible to the influence of outside ether. This brings me to my hypothesis. Should a soul defined by unfulfilled needs take on ether laden with extremely adverse emotions, it may give rise to a nightmare spawning a pixie such as Onlad. What ill luck to be born like this. If this hypothesis is correct, we may confirm that Onlad is drawn to those who are tormented by the same unfulfilled needs. As a pixie, it is in children most of all that they would seek kindred souls. I can say from experience that there is a strong connection between needs and dreams, and in the case of Clulucian, most dreams are to do with food. Food, you say, is decided then. We search for children in Clulucia whose hearts are hounded by hunger. As I mentioned, Onlad has veiled the scent of the source. The nightmares are concentrated in right. Our task then, it is to find a child there who suffers from nightmares yet gives off no scent. Let us set out at once. A moment. Given the service you have performed us for us, we owe you a tremendous debt. Cannot feel at ease until it is repaid. There is no service I can offer you. Nothing at all. In that case, you are staying at Lilan. If it would be considered mildly bold, shall take myself there. My familiars are at your disposal should you need them. Excuse me. Oh. I thought that was a new mall. Yes, this village positively reeks of nightmares. There can be no doubt the source is here, spreading their influence to those around them. The Did that pig just talk? And did it say something about nightmares? You're investigating nightmares. Truly, then perhaps you can help me. A child I recently took in. He's been having terrible nightmares. I don't know what to do. The boy was an urgent need from a nearby village. His parents abandoned him and went to their luck in Ilmar. Sad, I know, but I'm afraid it's not an uncommon story in these parts. Anyway, for a long while he was alone and had to fend for himself. He was on the brink of starving to death, and I found him and brought him here. Managed to nurse him back to health, but the experience seems to have scarred him. He refuses to eat unless he is ripe to collapse, out of fear that the food will run out. Where is the child now? I thought I saw him playing on the north side of the village earlier, but like as not, he's fallen asleep. He's always seemed tired these days. Thank you for sharing with us, ma'am. Rest assured, we shall do all that we can. I dare say this is a promising lead. Come, let us search for the child. I was gonna do something. I forgot. Oh. No, get away from me, get away. Tossing and turning in his sleep, yet not a whiff of a nightmare. I believe we found our source. To be so hungry, yet to be unable to eat. No child deserves to suffer so. Rest easy now, lad. We shall vanquish your nightmare. Let me get this straight. He's hungry, but he refuses to eat even though there's food. You don't understand mortals sometimes. Anyway, we all remember what to do, yes? I don't know how long I could hold it in quickly this way. Here I go. Get ready, glide. My belly has recovered, I am happy to report. I cannot unsee. That thing's going to haunt my dreams. But it will haunt the young boys no more. Let us hasten back to right and see how he fares. What the? Do I know you? It feels as though I've met you before, both you and the flying pig. Ah, so you found it. How do you feel, my boy? It's strange, I was having a terrifying dream, but it suddenly turned happy. Then I woke up and my stomach doesn't feel like it's in knots anymore. Well now, what dream was it that you saw? It's kind of hazy, but theirs was a great gluttonous monster that ate everything. I was fighting it and losing, but then someone appeared and helped me. Together we defeated it. Oh. Mother, I'm starving. Can I have something to eat? Oh my. But of course, my dear boy, you can have as much as you like. We might have anything that we mightn't have anything fancy, but we grow enough food here to feed everyone. You needn't fear of going hungry, so come, let's go home. I'll even bake you a sweet. It was you, wasn't it? The hero who helped me in my dream. Thank you so much. Unload. They're back. Wait, what? Why do you interfere? Hey, would ask you the same question. Why won't you have fun with dreams like a normal pixie? Have fun? What does that mean? I really don't know. If you're not making mischief, what is it that you're trying to do? What's your purpose? What's my purpose? I don't know. I merely follow my heart. Since being born, there are two dreams I see. One where I can never reach someone I love, and another where I'm crying alone in a cramped old castle. When I awake, I'm driven by a burning desire for that someone, though their face is a blur, and for Lee Meg. Oh, so nostalgic. Lee Meg. What do you mean? Why Lee Meg? And who's this someone? Well, that was certainly perplexing, but in any case, we've accomplished our mission here. So come, my friends, another gate for opening in Lee Meg. I can't even mount in the air. Like, it's just so random. Like, why not? I don't get it. There you are, come, let us open the gate. We've been waiting for you. If truth be told, Onlaud's words still weigh on my mind, but I dare say we've earned a moment of fun. Oh yes, we're going to open another gate, and we're going to put the bubbles we've gathered to use. And how does one use these bubbles exactly? Teehee, what was it that you said? Did a show them to explain or some such? Right, Glad, I want you to do the other scan. This time, hold an image of Galaxia in your mind. Oh, Candyland. Whoa! Meet my Mahu! By freeing the little boy and right from his nightmares, you and yours have reclaimed the dreams of those in Colusia. Furthermore, using the dream bubbles, Tierbet has created a house of treats and an array of play equipment. The heck? Amazing! He's surprised, yes? Feel free to stay and play as long as you like. We'll be out waiting outside for you. All for me? Whoa! What? Bam 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 bam. Start the machine! Is this actually nuts? How are you gonna have a roller coaster that you can't ride? Bam 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 bam. They need to have interactables in this place. Like, I don't know, you can't interact with anything here. You're supposed to use your imagination? Excuse me? What that? It's like, why can't I use this telescope? What'd they say? Why climb when you can fly? Just think happy thoughts. Right through the middle. When it's complete, like, you need people here. But I don't know, I guess if you're in a party, there's a place to roleplay more than anything. Oh? There's one slide over there too. Do you see how fast I went? Come on. Let me finish this page, alright? I didn't even realize I freaking went down the slide. I was completely zoned out. There you are, Glide. I trust you had fun. Amazing what you can do with happy dreams and a touch of pixie magic, right? This Porksy for one is thoroughly impressed. You truly live up to your reputation as founder of Lemeg. You know, Glide, if you liked it there, you're welcome to make Lemeg your home. Oh yes, forever and ever and ever. Teehee, right now, we've reclaimed Colusium. We must work to fill it with lots of happy dreams. If you're willing to help, Yonder will set you some tasks. From who? You now have access to wider selection of wares. Oh. I would read these, but nah. They're just dailies. What's going on here? The hell? What did I just do? Someone fighting us? Oh man. Oh. Alright, now we continue. For real, for real. What were you saying? Still first arrived, she made swift work of the cabinet of curiosity. Her thirst, yes, unsated, she then journeyed hither seeking the wisdom of Blanca. She found little in the way of a welcome from the blessed, however 'twas not until the great fire, where she denied the sin eaters of a feast and ether, that she gained their trust. Since when then I have served as liaison twixt Slitherbow and the Cristerium, that she might be kept abreast all the showtime. Since then I have served as licensed twixt Slitherbow and the Cristerium, that she might be kept abreast of the others. A day in the neighborhood. I am not indifferent to Thancred's troubles. Nevertheless, I will not apologize for holding him to a higher standard after all these years. He has ever been a man of considerable resolve, and that is what I will continue to expect. Though it heartens me to know that some of us remain ourselves in spite of our present circumstances, I can but imagine how Alice and Alphino have changed since arriving here in the first. Perhaps you should be concerned with how you've changed. I realize I am not as I was in the source, but I cannot say I regret the decisions that allowed me to come this far. Returning to the matter at hand, I really must begin to work on deciphering this tablet. In the meantime, perhaps you should take a look about Slitherbow. If there is anything you need, pray speak with Runar at the plaza. Welcome, friend, welcome. My apologies for our less than hospitable greeting earlier. Tell me, what is your name? From where do you hail? From the Cristerium, I see, and this tablet you've brought may help us find the Light Warden here in Rakitika. Was good, Emperor? Well, you are welcome to stay with us for as long as you need. Come, let me show you around. Would it be alright if I joined you? Of course, anything for the guest of our dearest, Master Matoya. Thank you, she means a great deal to me, to the Knights Blessed, doesn't she? It's not for her, we may have all perished in the great fire. With our priests slain and our homes in ruins, we were at the mercy of the sin eaters. It was she who drove them back, and with her sage guidance, we were able to rebuild. Before long, she became a central figure in our community, a great oak within whose shadow many have come to find solace. That is not to say there were not those hesitant to grant an outsider such authority, myself included. Perhaps it is the smile in her eyes, but when she speaks on the sunless sea, I feel whole again, now that she is with us, and I have no doubt that others feel the same. She is as much a part of the Knights Blessed as any of us, and we are grateful for all she does in service of the dark. What? But you did not hear this from me, yes? Now you should know there are certain customs we ask guests to adhere to so long as they reside within Slitherbone. To show reverence to the dark. In a word, yes, but fear not, it is not too involved. Let us begin with something simple. Follow me. Man. We got simps for Yestola here too. Where's Thancred at? Did he go cry in the corner? What? The hell? You're playing hopscotch with nothing. Maybe I should join him. Triple triad challenge, what? Excuse me? Do I have to play something within the Casterium before I can play her or something? Where do you come from, though? I thought Master Matoya kept her room dark because she didn't need the light, but they're all like hers, aren't they? Should you see any of our people come to this chamber, they have likely returned from a journey beyond the borders of Rakatika. We use the water stored here to cleanse ourselves of the light's purity. Simple and perhaps peculiar custom, but it is one of our most important. Would you two kneel for a moment, that I might rid you of the light's impurity? Thought I had kneel. This is kind of reminding me of Vikings. Vikings. I need to take this damn mask off. Throner lightly sprays you with water. Your skin begins to tingle. And with that, you have been cleansed of the light's blighted touch. How do you feel? I'm not sure, to be honest. Not refreshed exactly, but I do feel different. Has this water been treated in some way? Only blessed by a priest. They are practiced in the arcane arts. As such, it is said that their prayers imbue the water with a faint dark energy. Prickling sensation. No one has ever spoken of such a reaction before. I wouldn't say it was an unpleasant sensation, but I too felt something strange. Hmm. The dark aspect of this water should have no discernible effect unless... By the gods, Master Matoyo's right. You are sin eaters. I jest. What you felt was likely no more than this chill of the water. Perhaps now would be a good time for you to acquaint yourself with the people of Slitherbow. For that, I must teach you a customary greeting. Alin Tuta in the language of Ronka. It is one of several ways one might say good evening. The word is not as safe as it once was, and this greeting lets us quickly discern friend from foe. Is there a handshake or gesture we should know too? I would hate to offend anyone. What's wrong with you? You need not worry. Merely speak the words Alin Tuta, and they will know you as friends of the blessed. I will await your return. Now go. They are like to be heartened by your knowledge of our ways. Wow, we're very cultured. Come on. I need... Where is... What was I doing? I was gonna do something. I forget. I think it was that. Oh. Smiley face. Welcome, traveler. Welcome. We are quiet, taciturn people, silent and serene as the sunless sea. Quiet makes it easy to discern the presence of eaters and others dangers here in the woods. I mean, I guess. What? Alin Chisi, welcome friend. I take it you remain in these woods for some time, yes? Beware of these woods. You will find poison in near everything you see, but fear not. Medicinal tea will keep you healthy. Ask, and it is yours. Help you stroll about Slitherbow proved enlightening. Everyone was so kind and gracious. I was nervous at first, but already I'm starting to feel at home. There is still much I have to learn about the Knights Blessed, but their faith and strength of will is nothing short of inspiring. I can see now how they've built such a thriving community. A helping hand. Wastes. What a waste. You are returned. Very good. No doubt they were glad of your company. It has been too long since we have had visitors. Remember, if you have any questions or there is anything you need, do not hesitate to ask. Speaking of which, we must arrange food and lodgings for your stay. As friends of Master Matoya, we cannot ask for payment, but if you would be willing to lend us a hand, it would be my pleasure. We are fortunate indeed to play host to such generous souls. The task I have in mind is simple enough. All I ask is that you take a jug and water the crops in the square. May I help too? Of course, one of you can do the filling and the other the watering. Speak with Ursabal. When you have finished, you will be relieved to hear that the crops have been tended to. Will you take care of that? While you take care of that, I will see to your room and a warm meal. Right, then I'll fill you water. Damn, everything just popped up. This was the only jug I could find with a small enough to lift. I'm afraid there's a crack in the bottom. Hurry, or it leaks out. 45 seconds? I don't know if I can do it. Was there enough water for the plot? Only half, I will see. Let me refill the jug for you. What? Now it's 30 seconds. Square. Well met, travelers. I observed you earlier speaking with the others. Have you need of something? You watered the crops. My apologies for not noticing sooner. I have been rather distracted of late. Watering the crops was always Tadia's duty, but she is no longer with us. If we have since taken to sharing the duty, though never with guests. You are most kind. Is there anything else we can do to help? We could plant something if you like. There is no need. The plot is small, it is true, but it provides us with enough to survive. We ask for no more. I don't know how you manage. Have the blessed not considered leaving? Life would surely be easier almost anywhere else. I can understand why you might say that, but the easiest path is not the right one. Tell me, do you know our history, how our faith came to be? Yes, I believe so. The Knights Blessed was initially formed by those who lost their homes in the wake of the flood. What began as an occasional gathering of survivors eventually grew into a community which ultimately decided to strike out on its own on the Raktika Greatwood. I see, you have read your history, but there is a history that is told, one that is lived. Like so many in those times, the first of the Knights Blessed has lost everything, their homes, their loved ones, all they dear. To make matters worse, none could say what became of the souls of those lost to the flood when their bodies were reborn as sin-eaters. People were without answers, without hope. Their gods have been drowned along with everything else. It seemed that nothing was beyond the reach of the light. But soon they realized that where there is light, there must be darkness, and it is that truth, they found a new faith, belief that the souls of the departed could yet find peace beyond these burning skies and the sunless above. That is why we pray for the safe passage of wayward souls into the blessed black abyss, the return of the night, that we might someday look upon the kingdom of heaven with our own eyes. We remain in these woods for the selfsame reason our founders first chose them, that we may lead lives of simplicity with the shades of these trees as a constant reminder of our faith. With so many seeking paradise in Ilmore, it's refreshing to find people value a humbler existence. You are kind to say so. Many consider our way of life foolish, and so it must seem to those who yet cling to their worldliest possessions. Times such as these, when everything can be taken away in an instant, it is all too easy to lose sight of why we fight to go on living. It is not to hold fast to material things, but to hold those who went before us in our hearts, to keep alive the legacy they have left us. This we must do for them, our children, and generations yet unborn. To keep their legacy alive. Level up. People from all walks of life are welcome among the Knights Blessed. Our faith in the dark is infinitely greater than the sum of our differences. If only this was believable. Real life, lost but not forgotten. Done tending to the crops already. Hold on. Yeah. Very good. It should not be long before your room is ready. Runar! Trouble! The woods. Sin eaters. I fear they may have the touch. Where? The grove to the southwest. For mercy, they've yet to wander any closer to Slitherbone. Then we have no need to engage. Inform the guard that no one is to set foot outside of the village until they have moved on. But sir, what of the Tadia's hearthstone? It must be retrieved before the service. Of all times for senators to appear... Are you just going to leave them alone? Under normal circumstances, we would not hesitate in striking the beast down, but if they indeed have the touch, I will not risk them corrupting one of our own. What was that you said about the stone? A few days past, Tadia, a child of the Knights Blessed, was slain by the Sin Eaters. We succeeded in retrieving her body, but in our haste, we failed to notice her necklace was gone. Strung to it was a pendant of jade, her heartstone. All of the Knights Blessed are given such a stone at birth. It is the most valuable possession one can own. It is custom to present the heartstone of the deceased at their funeral as an offering to the heavens. But now... What if I could find it, were you? I have experience fighting Sin Eaters, and the light's corruption does not touch me like it does others. Master Matoya called you Minfilia, did she not? And are you truly the Minfilia, descended from the Oracle? Aye, even so, I dare not ask you to risk your life and blessed. I understand how you feel, but I cannot stand by knowing that you people are in need and I can help. Please, let me do this. Very well, but if the danger proves too much, Too great. You must retreat. I could never forgive myself if we were forced to hold a second service. Oh, I nearly forgot about Thancred. What if he returns before I do? Don't worry, I'll come with you. Thank you. With you at my side, I'm certain we can deal with them in no time. This is like, what? I'm the one that's going and you're coming with me. It's not I'm going with you. Go swiftly and may the shadows keep you both. What kind of nonsense? Plans go Ari. Talk to? What we do for family. You're the guest Master Matoya was telling us about. Please, you have to help me. I've searched high and low, but I can't find my friend Carnes anywhere. I fear he's run off to Fort Gone again. It's where we grew up, but it was abandoned years ago after the city was attacked. The place is teeming with all manners of beasts now, and Master Matoya has expressly forbidden anyone from setting foot there. I don't know what's gotten into him lately, but we have to find him before he gets hurt. We should find him first. We will want to tell him our password to Tuktu. He's the skittish sort, so don't delay in telling him so I'll know you mean no harm. Tea time. Excuse me, sir. You are one of the visitors. And tea ceremony. Tea mushrooms. This definitely sounds like Vikings music. Alright, glad, yes. Master Matoya, take silent. These are pagans. Oh, that was the quest. Would you search for him in my stead? Once you found him, return to Slibo. Talk to, oh, thank goodness. We were hunting rapids and managed to corner a rather nasty one, or so we thought, after taking an arrow to the backside. It let out the most blood-curdling scream. I was expecting it, but I panicked and ran out insane. I think my nerves are settled now, though I expect I'll get an earful from Meryl, but I suppose I have it coming. You know how I do. Peeling the bark? Yuck. What the hell are these things? La 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 la. Oh, it's only 3? Dun, bum, dun. Wait, there is 4. This one specifically is all the way out here. Where's the ether cards? I know there's one somewhere. Oh, there. There it goes. Come on. What am I doing? Yo. Like, see? Get dismounted. Oh, yeah. That's annoying. We are Venom. What? stay away. I beg of you. Oh yeah. If I'm well. I was fine until that damned beetle. It's only a scratch, but I'm starting to feel numb. My vision's gone out. Held it worst of all I could. I dropped my bottle of serum somewhere in these damn woods. Can you find it for me? Uh-oh. Tea time. Wait, what? Oh. What's this? That's only 5%. But still. This one was like 10%. Boom. Wait, what? Why are you here now? Thank you, I should be fine now. For the rest, where are you thinking coming back here? You could have been killed. I had to, Varthan, for my father. Oh, well. In his memory. I have to find it, Varthan. My father's sword. He was on guard duty that day when the city was attacked. He fought so hard to keep us safe, but I wish he would have thought to save himself. The day goes by, I don't think of sacrifice, and what little good I've done with it. I thought retrieving a sword from Fort Gone would be the start. I didn't realize it meant that much to you. I should have been able to handle this on my own. There weren't even any senators nearby, but I ran away. I'm a coward, and Martha, a bloody coward. Keep your voice down, before something hears you. I feel horrible for asking after I dragged you out here to find him, but I'd appreciate if you could help a while longer. I can't stand to see him like this. Knowing him like the other thing that will get him out of the sour boot is finding his father's sword. You come with me to look for it. It should be somewhere near where his house used to be. Let's get moving then. This place is like a more wide open Verdania. What's that? Oh, that's the main quest. This house should be somewhere toward the heart of the settlement. Stay sharp. There's no telling what's lurking about. Is he gonna do something, or no? There, that's it. Can't wait to see the look on Karn's face. Can't go back without the sword. Won't. Okay. Here, take it. It's about to blast. Dark, you found it. Holding this sword, it feels like he's right there, here, beside me. Okay, I remember that the day the saviors came, his father was one of the bravest men I've ever met. I'm sure he would have wanted you to have it. Pick their poison. Pick their poison. Words can't explain how grateful I am. Thank you. Sorry we put you through all this. Khan seems like well enough to walk now, so I'll see him back to Silverbow. Actually, there's one last thing I wish to do while we're here. If we're able to rebuild Fort Gone, something has to be done about the animals that wander about the ruins, which is why I boiled meat in a stew of poisonous mushrooms and snake venom. I was planning to place it around the ruins for the rabbits to eat. Are you crazy? Master Batoria said. Master Batoria isn't here. No one ever goes to Fort Gone, so they'll never have to know. Well, we'll cover the west side of the ruins. You take the east. The hell? Poisoning rabbits. What is this? Why am I helping them with this? Just to smell the stomach, I almost feel bad for the rabbits. Good, you finished. Our side is taken care of as well. We should leave before our clothes begin to smell the stuff. Should be around here somewhere, I think. There, the Sin Eaters. Whoa, 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 whoa. Big girls. I was hoping there would be only one. There's no way we search the stone without doing them first. You're about to do this yourself. What do you propose we do? Fighting them together here would make a lot of noise, which might distract the beasts of the others, but if we fought them separately and quietly, we might not have to worry about that. Alright then, I'll draw one away while you handle the other. The useful Minfilia. Wow. They must have got the reaction of Reborn Reborn Minfilia. And we're like, alright, people don't like her, we gotta give her a good reputation back. What's this? Dodo. Supe. Who did this? Clyde. There you are. It's done. Though I fear I was a bit careless. I'll do better next time, I promise. I'm fine. You needn't worry about me. More importantly, we have to find that Heartstone. They said it was made of jade, right? I'll search over there in the bush. Brush. The hell? It's got a face. Or did you have any luck? It's beautiful. This has to be it. You know, I think it always said you were a man of many talents, and I think I'm beginning to understand what he meant. I have much to learn if I'm to be even half the hero you are. The hero she was. Wait, what? Sorry, forget I even said anything. We should hurry back to Slither, bro. Runar and the others are probably worried. Hold up. Yeah, I have it. Or I always have it. I have no clue with this thing, man. Always something. I pray you tell them about mushrooms. Tea time. Plus splendid. Small amount of poison, you know, not enough to add risk. But immunity to similar toxins. Is that what tea usually is? I wonder. Needs more training, eh? Perhaps you're right, but I must give some time before I speak to them. Thank you again for your help, son. You turn, or you... dies, huh? Didn't have trouble procuring a tusk, did you? Thank goodness you're safe. I had begun to fear the worst. By all that is dark, you found it. We can proceed with her service as planned. These blessed gems serve not only to protect us in life, but to guide our spirits into the sun, the sea, and the hereafter. Even should we be felled by the Sin Eaters, so long as these gems are recovered, our souls are ensured peace in the dark. Saying goodbye. Words fail to express my gratitude for this kindness you have done for the blessed. I must insist you and your friends attend Taudia's service as honored guests. There is still much we must do to prepare, but please go and inform the others it will be held in the darker. When you arrive, there should be an attendant present to explain the proceedings. Oh, what bankruptcy? Well, help with it then. Glad and I learned so much about the Knights Blessed while you were away. And we helped them recover a lost heirloom out in the woods. I know I wasn't supposed to leave, but they really needed our help. There were Sin Eaters, and as long as he accompanied you. But do try to be more careful. Your injuries could have been a lot worse. How did you... Let's just say a little bird told me, and it's telling me now that Glide has business with us. Something to the matter. They've asked us to attend the service. Of course we'll go. It's being held in the darker, isn't it? We'll take care not to be late, I promise. Between your early excursion and my patrol of the area for Sin Eaters, hopefully the stolen Uraja will be able to finish their work in peace. It's such a relief to know everything is going as planned. I'll join you in the darker shortly. The darker. The elderly woman hands you a candle. She then points over at a nearby corner where you might place it. Ba-da. A funeral, huh? Interesting.
It seemed only right that we show our faces. May we join you?
Yes, ma'am.
Let us begin. I thank you all for coming to pay respects to our fallen daughter of the night. In the light, she was known as Todia, but in the dark, we shall remember her always as Menine.
Mini.
Let us each take a moment to offer her our prayers. We entrust her now to the night's sweet embrace. In darkness will she be free from pain and suffering, now and forevermore. May her soul find peace in the sunless sea of heaven, and in the love we bear for her in our hearts.
That vessel represents the night sky, the sunless sea of heaven.
The hell are all these? Oh yeah, they prepared it beforehand? Right.
We call upon you now, O bringer of shadow, to lead this gentle soul unto the sea. We call upon you, O warrior of darkness, to deliver her unto paradise everlasting.
I am told you assisted in the preparations for the service. On behalf of the Blessed, you have my sincerest thanks. The enduring legend of the Warrior of Darkness owes much to the traditions of these people. And none were more ardent in their faith than Todia. She would have been greatly moved by your presence.
You know I don't deserve such reverence.
You might not deliver her to the heavens, but if you could deliver the night sky to her people, the real night sky, it would be the next best thing. Their prayers would finally be answered. They could gaze up at the firmament and see their ancestors in every twinkle of the stars. We cannot allow their hopes and dreams to drown in the light. We have to bring back the dark. If we don't, who will?
I don't, who will?
Forgive me, thinking of all those we have lost.
No, it's all right. We will bring back the dark.
Mayhaps sooner than later, in fact. Urionge and I have finished deciphering the tablet, and its contents were most illuminating. Let us reconvene in my chambers. We have much to discuss.
Just me and you, or? Oh, all of us, okay. Oh. Hopefully Y'shtola has good news to share. A chance to reclaim the night has lit a fire in Minfilia that I would see kindled. What do you suppose she's gleaned from the tablet? I have no doubt thou wilt find the contents of the tablet most informative. Good you're here. Thanks to the Exarch's gift, our next source of action is now clear. Stirring up the trouble. Trouble. Let me begin by first explaining the origins of this tablet. I initially believed it might detail the history of the Church of the First Light, but to my surprise, it dates back to the end of the Ronkan Empire and was likely written under the direction of the reigning ruler. It was a time of strife and ceasing war with neighboring nations. With each passing day, they yielded more and more territory to their enemies. In their desperation, petitions for aid were sent out to their allies. This was one of such petitions. And you think this ancient petition will somehow help us get into Yxmaja? Indeed, we do. For etched into this tablet is a mentioned method by which one may prove themselves an ally of the Ronkan Empire. Provided we are able to decipher said instructions, we may entreat the ruins' protectors to grant us safe passage. The problem, however, is I presently lack the resources to decipher them in their entirety. We have but one recourse. There exists a stone monument inscribed with ancient Ronkan text and translations into a more modern dialect, which came into use after the fall of the Empire. I am confident it will suit our purposes. Where can we find this monument? Here in Sitia, quite close to Slitherbowl. In fact, the good news ends there, however, for it is in the possession of a rather radical faction of dark worshippers, the children of the everlasting dark. If I am to study the monument, I must infiltrate their encampment. I have no intention of taking longer than absolutely necessary, but I will nevertheless require time to transcribe the text I need. To ensure that I will have enough, I am afraid I must ask you and Thinker to assist me. And before you even ask, the answer is no. If we were to remain unseen, our group must be as small as possible. Alright, I'll stay here until you return. It won't be long. If anything should happen, you keep her safe. Oh, that's... Then let's convene outside to the west of Slitherbowl, where the path diverges. We really had to wait for that whole animation. Take care. Right, I shall make all possible preparations that Y'shtola may begin translating the tablet upon her return. There's a door. Special delivery. I was out gathering lumber the other day when out of nowhere an arrow came whistling past my head. Composure, not trouble, masturbatory. Ursbel. Supper. Worth a candle. Candles, but it's always light. beautiful. But it is the expression of our faith that defines us, not the object of our worship. Proposal? Why was I taken aback by him asking for, if I know any good places around for good views? I'll be bark. You forgot your journal. Can't say that I have. I'm always on the move. On to the next one. Why is this over here? You dropped something in the lake. What? 5 gemstones. Yikes. Oh. Do you suppose the keepers of Beek's Maja placed the crate there? The hell? Could have sworn I saw some wings. All set. The encampment we seek is to the north, but it would be foolish to simply rush in. A guard has been posted at the cleric to keep watch over the children. Perhaps he has aught to share with their recent activity. But we must tread carefully. There's a chance we may encounter them along the way. Stay close and stay alert. We would avoid a confrontation if possible. They rejoice in deal death to others, claiming that in doing so they cleanse their victims of sin and usher them into the sunless sea. I would rather not sully my hands defending myself against such madmen. Same models from Stormblood. Lazy square, lazy square. Snap next. Oh yeah. You okay, dear lad? By the blessed dark. Thank goodness you are unharmed. Wait, what? Were you looking at me? We would have arrived sooner, but we too had a rather unwelcome visit with the children. You are an acquaintance of Master Matoya, then? My apologies. The children have been acting strange of late, so I thought to take a closer look at them but I was careless. Strange? What have you seen? At first, there seemed to be nothing out of the ordinary, the usual gathering of ingredients for poisons from flora and fauna. But then I took notice of their venomous spiders. They've been breeding them in much greater numbers. It's as if they're preparing for something. And our ideas as to what? It could be anything. Really, if it meant the end of the blessed, something would be too cruel or violent for them. But perhaps we can use their present preoccupation, spiders, to our advantage. If we were to introduce a threat to the nests where they kept them, the children would be compelled to save them. Bees, for example, are a natural predator of spiders. Set them loose on the nests and we would have our opportunity to seek into their encampment. What a mischievous plan. I like it. With a bit of a smoke, we should be able to subdue a few colonies long enough to secure their hives. Have you anything we might be able to use? We should have smoke bombs at the outpost just over there. Then it's settled. Grab a few smoke bombs from the outpost and search about there for beehives. I imagine the bees won't take too kindly to your visit, but once they're knocked out, take the beehives and bring them back here. 2 will suffice, I should think. searching for me. You never get it on me. You never. Look at us for that. We didn't do anything, I swear. How can I say no to a smile like that? What? For fighting weapons to go around, folks will pay well for a good poison. But thanks to you, the anemone, and all our profits are gone. I reckon it's about time we were gone too. Wait! What the hell was that? I suppose it's fine though, there's still the matter of the anemone. First I must return to Silbo. No doubt my pupil is beside itself and worry. What the hell? I wish this was a true teleport. I don't think this game can handle that. It's just a charge, an invisible charge. Let's just like chip and get to the game. Oh man. I didn't want to do this. You made me do this. What did I just press? Dude. Smoke bombs, get the beehives, kill the bees. We're supposed to save the bees. What a waste. Wait, what? Oh. I'm wondering, like, what? We're supposed to collect this? How do you get over there? You have to fly? What do you think? I think the view of Ixmaja might set the mood. Ixmaja. My dear sweet beloved, let me be the guardian unto your ruins of Ranka, now and forevermore. Do you think that she would accept that proposal? Yes. What did I say? No. Well, I'll give it some thought. Come, let's go to another spot. Lake Metka. So it's a deep forest. Oh, what? What's this? An underground passage? Never mind. Big damage. Wait, what? Were you able to find any? Yet the guard returned to Slitterbow, but not before offering his thanks. As for the beehives, Nick and I were successful in inquiring what we need. What did you fear? This is more than enough. The children are certain to be displeased. Let's hurry before the bees begin to stir. A beautiful place. The children's settlement is to the west, a place they call Woven Oath. According to the guard, there is an airway part from the entrance which leads to the spiders' nests. If the fates are kind, the way will be clear. Yeah. I think my eyes were deceiving me. We should move quickly before any of the children arrive. I understand. Up there is that. Up there is the airway. Do you see it? Do you see it? A bit far. Perhaps we should be able to toss the bag though we should probably loosen the ropes, keeping it closed. Enough that it falls open when it lands inside. May I do the honors? That should do it. Now we wait. What is that? Bees by the abyss. They're everywhere. Help! Someone help! We have to save the spiders. It sounds like our plan is working. Still, it is quite likely that not all were drawn away from their posts. If you should come to blows with the children, I'll see to it any signs of struggle are concealed. Failing that, I'll create a distraction to buy each dollar more time. Should anyone get past me, it falls to you to guard her. Your concern is appreciated, but I sincerely doubt it will come to that. Why do I get the feeling you enjoy the idea of my loafing about bored in the shadows? Come now, Thinker, the shadows are a fitting place for the warrior of darkness. Now, if you both are ready... Yosh! Go on, I'll be right behind you. Think I trust you? Never. This view of the lake, not breathtaking, at the bottom of the covered halls of Dwalt. One of the several ruins of the Ronkin Empire. I have it now. The ruin that is your love has sunk to the bottom of my heart, and there it shall remain for all time. The perfect proposal, don't you think? No, you're right. The wording could use a little work. Perhaps my third choice of location will prove inspiration. Right in the center of the tree, huh? Wait, is it? No, it's not. What? I don't like this freaking tree. Like, it's a good idea, but it's poorly executed. Why? I should be able to traverse around this whole thing with ease. Not, it shouldn't be a struggle to travel around it. Is this the same one as the ether? I don't think so. It is. This is perhaps my favorite spot of the three. Simple, quite peaceful. Perhaps that is all I need to propose, a simple expression of my love. I realize there is not much to consider, so you needn't to give me your opinion now. Let us give it deep thought while we are in Slitherbow. Oh yeah. Wait, what? I'm not going here though. Huh? Okay. Yeah. What the hell is this? that's where the thing is, and we have to go all the way around. Beautiful plan. Oh my lord. What the hell is this? Now we're talking. What is this? The other ones didn't even notice. You will know our names. What? Whatever. The font of seeing suggests that this is the chamber for prayer. At the very least, they would not place this near potential distractions from their worship. Perhaps the monument is further in. Yes, this is it. I'll be but a moment. Keep watch of the entryway. On second thought, would you mind examining the murals on these walls while I look over this? At a glance, I can tell they are old, predating the founding of the Blessed and the Children. In fact, we're not like to come here a second time. It would behoove us to learn all that we can. What exactly am I doing? The mural appears to be ancient. A warrior in the middle stands triumph over what appears to be the creature of a shadow. Over other figures surround the warrior, rejoicing in their victory. And the mural appears to be very old. A ruler sits atop a throne, attended by their subjects. The mural appears to be fairly old. A knight shields himself and their comrades from an encroaching darkness. The central figure is considerably faded. Wow, I wonder who these are.
These paintings, they seem familiar. Depictions of heroes throughout history. The Age of Gods, the Empire of Ronka, and this. There was a man, a researcher who pored over these pieces. He offered us work when we needed it, slaying beasts, delivering provisions. A funny old bugger he was, but he had a good heart. He believed this first painting dated back to a time of myth and legends, a tribute to the heroes of a long-forgotten era. The story went that it was rediscovered by an explorer from Ronka, who was so struck by its majesty that a second painting was commissioned, commemorating the heroes of their day. One day you will all be here too, he said. Heroes immortalized forever. Maybe I'll paint you myself? I had a good laugh at that. We were only trying to make our way after all. Being heroes couldn't have been further from our minds.
I need a hero.
But it seems he actually went and did it. Before or after the flood, I wonder. Rather faded, isn't it, compared to the others? Or did someone try to scrape it off the wall? Well, maybe the man himself once he came to his senses. Do you suppose your deeds will warrant an addition to this collection? Or some other kind of monument?
There you are. I have everything I need. Let us quit this place.
Can you sense him, Ishtola?
Is something the matter? We should go. The others are waiting.
Good to see my distance distraction proved successful. I believe I now have everything needed to finish deciphering the tablet. Tell me, Glad, did the murals appear to be of any significance? Depictions of heroes from the Age of Gods, the Ronkan Empire, and immediately before the flood. Very astute observations. Perhaps in another lifetime he could be a curator of antiquities. Though it has no bearing on the task at hand, perhaps the knowledge may prove to be useful in the future. I doubt it. Let's see, my distraction proves successful. An unwanted proposal. Let us hurry to Citadel, while others will wait. After we return, the two of you should rest a while. No doubt Runar will be eager to have you sample his cooking. As soon as I discover anything of report, you will be the first to know. Where'd this come from? What the hell? This definitely wasn't there. Were you able to find the snap? Stupid. The recipe is simple. Have one of the herbs. Try it yourself. Spaghetti al Nero. Thank goodness you're here. The more I think of it, the more excited I become. Tell me, which place do you think would help me win her heart? Obviously the center. The center of the lake, there will be no better nothing to distract me from telling her how I truly feel. Right, that is where I propose. I was right to call upon you. What better place to offer her my true name? Are you not familiar with the custom? Only immediate family should know one's true name. It's the only way to protect our hearts from the light, which is why revealing one's name to another is of such great significance. Though I suspect my choice of words in proposing may yet sour the moment, but don't you worry. When the time is right, I'm certain the words will flow freely. The guard told me you left with Master Batoya to the Woven Oath, and no sooner do you return than she locks herself away in her chambers without so much as a word. She knows how I worry when she leaves without telling me, but she is safe, and that is all that matters. You must be hungry after such a journey. Want to have a seat over there at the fire, and the stew will be ready. I don't like this guy. Welcome back, Glide. Now that you're here, there's something I want to ask of you. Raja told me that Thancred was something of a rogue in the past, as a wolf among sheep, he said. What do you mean by that? Do you know? Raja was tending to Menphilia's wounds, but I fear his garrulous nature has gotten the better of him. He got around. Not as much as me, though. That was tripping out my eyes. What the hell? Beep 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 beep.
Strange. The others on patrol should have returned by now. Our food will be overcooked if we wait any longer.
Uh-oh. Something has
We'll
gone
just have to
amiss.
start without them. Would you call Master Matoya and the others?
Stop. Never mind.
I tire of these games, Urianger. Why do you pretend you cannot see it?
Oh?
The blessing may spare him the fate of becoming a Light Warden. But you cannot be blind to the nascent corruption. He is not as he was in the Source. Though I have no proof, I fear that the light which poured forth from the Wardens was not negated at all. I fear it was absorbed, that he has been suffused with their light.
Though I have given thought to this possibility, I dare not speak until more is known.
Until it's too late, right? That's when you can act.
By the time you deign to enlighten us, it may be too late, if it is not already.
Thank you, Stola.
Urianger, I know full well, after all these years, that you have only the best of intentions. But that does not make it any easier to put my faith in a man so infatuated with secrecy. I have had my suspicions ever since the Exarch bade you speak that day. But now I must ask. The 8th Umbral Calamity and all that followed. Everything you claim to have seen. Did you?
Help! Someone help! The Umorans have come for us! We're under attack!
Nani? This is kind of what I expected in Yulmore. Not Yulmore. In Heaven's Ward, where the Heaven's Ward would like try to tamper, you know, me, Estinian, Alphino, and Isaiah. Like I expected different members of the Heaven's Ward to come every now and then to try and foil our adventure, but that didn't happen. Really, it only happened at one time in Foundation. Meanwhile, in Yulmore.
Lord 4-3, how good it is to see you. How long has it been? Not since your inauguration, unless I'm mistaken. Too long, at any rate. May I say, how humbled I am to be invited not only into your city, but your home. You are as generous as ever.
And you as disingenuous. Let us dispense with the pleasantries. This merry band of dissidents people are calling Warriors of Darkness. They have slain Sin-Eaters, and by all accounts the Crystarium is complicit in their villainy. And now I hear reports of your people obstructing my soldiers, so I must ask, what exactly do you think you are doing?
I might ask you the same thing. It should be clear, even to you, that defeating the Light Wardens represents the world's only hope of survival. Even now, the people of Lakeland and Ilmeg rejoice in the return of night. For 100 years, they yearned for a means to fight back against the Sin-Eaters, and at last they have found one. Yet you choose to stand idly by and do nothing. Why?
Why? Because this hope you cling to is nothing more than a fever dream, an exercise in futility. Even should you slay the Sin-Eaters, the world as we know it is beyond salvation. With what little land and resources remain, the people would be free only to starve. Before long, they would turn to violence, then to
Cut to
war,
the food.
and ultimately usher themselves unto oblivion. They require a firm hand to shepherd them from the edge. The hand of a king. Nay, a god.
Damn, Double, what do you even call this? He has no neck.
See their dreams fulfilled, their wishes granted. I will give them peace, order, and they shall never want for bliss.
Smiley face.
Men are fickle creatures who entertain vague ideals without the faintest notion what they cost. But a little fear can go a long way towards helping them realize what it is they truly need. Sanctuary. And they shall find none in this world save that which I afford them. That is why the Sin Eaters exist. To unite the world under my dominion.
A paradise fit to grace the 8th Umbral era.
What was that?
A minor epiphany, nothing more. You have always held sway over those around you. Those who defy you must submit or die. What sits before me is the inevitable result of bloated privilege and unchecked power. But man is more resilient than you think. His achievements are not the product of violence and bloodshed, but compassion and understanding. This calamity is but another crisis to be overcome. And we will, once we eliminate the Sin
will.
Eaters.
You poor deluded fool. These people care not for the morrow. They care only for the now, and the contentment they lack. What good is a paradise to them if it is 1,000 years in the making, or even 100?
You underestimate them, Lord 4-3. They see further than you think. I have beheld it in the blood and sweat and tears of those who would sacrifice everything for a future they may never know, that their children may never know. I have beheld it in the hopes and dreams of those who came before, which we bequeath to those who come after, that they might in turn build upon the foundations laid by our forebears. These are the bonds which hold man and his world together, not your gilded chains, and I will resist your every effort to shackle him.
In summary, you will continue to support the villains hunting my Sin Eaters?
With tremendous enthusiasm, for I have faith in the future they would build.
Oos? Then it is treason. Guards, cuff him.
Why do I even bother? Fools, the lot of you. So naive. So painfully predictable.
Predictable.
Did you imagine I did not know your mind? That I would wait until after this meeting to dispatch my forces? Even as we speak, they march to the Sin Eaters' defense. Insurrection will not be tolerated. The people of this world are mine to rule, mine to command. And you are no exception. What? How did you... Insolent swine! I will not stand for this!
You can't stand. Yulmore Defense Force. Here we go. The hell is this?
You speak for the Knights Blessed?
I do. I presume that is your doing. If you have come to parley, I must insist that you first return him to us.
You're in no position to make demands. By Lord Vorthry's decree, Raktika now falls under the governance of Yulmore. You will henceforth answer to us.
Just like that.
Is that so? And the children of the Everlasting Dark have acquiesced to this madness?
We have reached an accord, yes. Too many times have the Knights Blessed shunned Yulmore's overtures of friendship. The risk that you harbor hostile intentions has grown too great to ignore. Therefore, his lordship has claimed dominion over this forest and bestowed executive authority upon the children of the Everlasting Dark.
In his wisdom, Lord Vorthry has agreed to recognize ours as the only permissible expression of dark worship. It's one true faith.
Yeah, whatever.
You and your false creed are a blight on these woods. A foul, unholy corruption that must be cleansed.
False creed.
Little wonder the Warrior of Darkness visits both Lakeland and Ilmeg, yet shuns Raktika. Your perverted teachings hold blessed Shadow at bay.
You have accepted the yoke of Yulmore to spite us, then? Fools. Darkness will never return to these skies while they hold sway.
Those of you minded to obey his lordship are to make for woven oath with all haste. We will leave you, that you may have time to prepare.
Woven oath? Are you suggesting we abandon our fate to join those zealots?
What has your faith afforded you thus far? Nothing! We will guide you along the righteous path.
And should we refuse?
Anyone found here upon our return will be considered a traitor to Yulmore, and dealt with as such.
We will discuss these developments after I have tended to our casualty.
Music. That Yulmore has gained a foothold here in the woods bodes ill for the Knights Blessed. Surely there's something we could do to help the Knights Blessed, isn't there? The guard hath been afflicted the most terrible and efficacious poison. We have attempted all manner of healing incantations. Alas, his condition remained unchanged. At present, we can but slow the poison's advance. I pray it will afford us sufficient time to find a cure. Put to the proof. How fareth the young guard? The poison spread throughout his system long before he was brought here. At present, there is naught we can do but to ease his pain. Do not blame yourself, my friends. All that can be done has been done. However, had we reached this sooner, it would have made little difference. The children employ countless poisons. Finding a suitable antidote is a nigh impossible task. What of the rest of the blessed? How have they taken the news of Rumor's generous proposition? With anger and dismay, we cannot hope to oppose both them and the children. I considered a convocation of all the knights blessed, that we might consider their ultimatum, but I know how they will answer. Master Matoya, I am truly sorry. We cannot abandon our faith, but there is no reason for you to suffer for our decision. Your work is not yet done, and we'll still have time to flee. Flee? I am not wont to run from my troubles. In fact, the Galide's arrival, I am minded to take the offensive. The Yulmorans presence here plainly stems from a desire to protect the Light Warden. I say we seek it out and slay the creature before they return. Were the darkness to follow Rakatika, they would have no cause to remain. All of which is rather easier said than done, unless, of course, you finally deciphered the tablet. I have, as a matter of fact, and with it we can prepare everything we need to enter Samaja. What say you all? We will need to act quickly, but I believe it can be done. We cannot deny our fate, but one course lieth before us. Well, we are villains, are we not? Why should I have said that? It made no sense, really. Good, I leave the blessed in your capable hands for now. Very well. I see there is no changing your mind. By all that is dark, I swear to keep the blessed safe. This guy needs to go away. According to the tablets, we will first need to obtain a seal used to identify the allies among times past. One such seal should be waited for us in the complex of underwater ruins, not far from here. You have some experience with aquatic excursions, do you not? Then this should prove a simple task. The ruins we seek are at the bottom of Lake Tsui Mekta. While you see to that, Manfilia and I will remain here to help shore up Slitherbo's defenses. Your aid would be greatly appreciated. The Great Deceiver. I say, aren't you glad? Master Matoya speaks quite highly of you. I'm sure you are important things to concern yourself with, but I need help and there's no one else I can turn to. And it's my friend Quinfort. Ever since we were young, he's always excelled in the arcane arts. In fact, even now he's in training to become a priest of the Knights Blessed. Perhaps the greatest of his gifts is clairvoyance, but I fear it's taken a toll on his mind as late. He's always been different, but it's not like this. He's changed, rightly so. The others think I am no stranger than usual, but they're wrong. I mean to prove it. You don't know him like we do, which is precisely why I'd like you to talk with him, to get an objective opinion on the matter. Assuming we find out what ails him, I hope there's a way to cure it. Out of place. Your travels have led you back to Silverglow, I see. Your timing is fortuitous. Preparations for the unknown hunt are are complete. If you are a mind to join me, your aid would be most appreciated. It was last seen in the southwest region of Cleric. The hunt will prove difficult, however, as that is where the children chose to build their spider's nests. Tread lightly and do not hesitate to strike it down on sight. I only ask that you retrieve its corpse should you find it first. I just when you said south. I only ask that you keep Master Matoya safe. There is no denying she is powerful, but the path she needs is plain. Where she goes, she will have need of powerful allies. Power. What is this? As foretold by the will of the wood, we meet at last. I've been expecting you, Glide. Huh? Shh, no one else must hear of this. But yet, my dreams are plagued with visions of the future. Calamity is upon us, and each night I witness our impending doom. But hope is not yet lost, for the dreams speak to me of a savior in the form of a great serpent. It was revered as a god in the days of the Ronkan Empire, and I believe it is yet lives in the Great Wood, waiting to be roused from slumber. It has many names. Many would call it the Protector, some the Great Destroyer. Will of the Woods demands I find the Great Serpent. It is our only hope of salvation. I have been chosen, Glide, to be the savior of Slitherbow. So this is where you two have been hiding. Now that you've gotten to know one another, what do you think? I fear his mind is beyond saving. I refuse to believe that there has to be something we can do to help him. Have you not sought counsel with the priests? They are your mentors after all. There is no need to keep your troubles from them. Valen, please, we are in the midst of our most important destruction. When you first began talks of these dreams and delusions, I held my peace, but I won't let you drag anyone else into this. Such narrow-minded thinking is why only I have been chosen by the wood, by the serpent, great serpent. Yes, Quinfred, whatever you say. You mocked me for the last time, Valen. I will summon this great serpent this very day and prove to you the truth of my visions. Quinfred, wait, where are you going? To meet with misfortune would likely bring him to the senses, but he's my friend. I can't stand the thought of him getting hurt out there. Will you help me look for him? If anything should happen to him, I'll never forgive myself. Couldn't have got far. Over there, I think I see him. I was gonna just walk around. I'm beginning to grow tired of this game. Enough, Quinfred. Even you should recognize the danger of wandering off alone in these woods. You really have gone mad, haven't you? Mock me all you like, Valen, but no, now you will bear witness to the truth with your own eyes. Behold, the divine protector of Ronka, the great serpent of legend. No, it can't be. That's the great serpent. I see nothing great about that. What is that exactly? I refuse to believe that is a serpent. It's a serpent. Please tell me you're joking. Do not be jealous, Valen. The will of the wood works in mysterious ways, and this serpent is the key to our deliverance. Up. He seems to be serious about this. Slither along. O great serpent, I beseech you, grant me the strength to defend the knights blessed to stay the impending calamity that threatens the Twelveswood, the Greatwood. Scream! I can't believe this is happening. Look, if you want to keep that thing as a pet, I won't stop you, but we should really return home. Oh, you're right. To remain here any longer, because we've placed the great serpent in danger. The question is, how do we transport it? I will not stand to see the great serpent basins crawling on its belly like a snake. Pick up the damn thing and let's go. The best, Valen, show some respect. I should be the one to carry it, but I fear I am yet unworthy of such a burden. But you could protect the great serpent from the threats of the Greatwood, be they beasts or sin eaters. And now you need to drag Master Notorious guests into your schemes. What will the others think when he walks into Slitherbow, wasting that thing about? Here, put it in the sack. Oh, I will do no such thing. It's clean, dry, and mostly important. You can bring it into Slitherbow unnoticed. Fine. Listen, Glad. The fate of the Greatswood quite literally rests in your hands. It goes without saying we cannot avoid any mishaps. I suppose we've no choice but to help him. I'll go ahead and find a place to keep his pet away from prying eyes. Deliver the snake-filled sack to balance the bow. You have 150 seconds. Be wary. Oh my god. Should be safe here for now, at least. Let's have another look at the great serpent, shall we? Good work, you two. Or can you believe it? The divine protector of the Greatswood here in Slitherbow. Within the sack of burlap did the champion carry the divine beast, and beneath the slithering boughs of the Greatwood did they find shelter. Chapter 31, verse 5 in the Gospel of Quinforth. Pay him no mind, he's merely referring to his dream diary. For the last time, it is not a diary. Have you forgotten how the gospel foretold the events of that fateful day 2 years ago? How can I when you remind me of it every day? You continue to doubt me, but soon you'll see. Together the great serpent and I will save this village and all the greats would from oblivion. Scream! Scream! Yeah! What have we gotten ourselves into? What have you gotten yourself into? I'm out of here. Scree. Why did the great serpent choose this form? I wonder. Snake the lead. I hope you're satisfied now that your new pet is safe here in Slitterbone. Scree! Scree! And thank you, Glide. I now understand what's been troubling my friend all this time. I feared this might strain our friendship, but I don't believe this is something we can't overcome. Take care and may the shadows keep you. Wait! Please, Quinford, there's no need to involve him in this any longer. I've been given thought to the great serpent's chosen form, and I think I understand why it's chose to present itself to us in this way. Look closely at this pattern of the scale. I believe they represent a network of currents by which aether flows through Rakatika, the very life force of the Great Wood. And there, the scar that intersects from them there on its belly. It's an omen of the coming calamity that would disrupt the flow of life in the Great Wood. Quinford, stop! It's just a scratch, probably from this rock as it slid or rolled or did whatever it does to make its way through the forest. All these signs, and still he refuses to see, like all the others. If the Great Wood is to be saved, it's up to us. I can only assume you remain at my side in the hopes of receiving some generous compensation. If that's what it takes, so be it. The scar on the great serpent's belly calls to mind Lotzal's reconquest. That is where you will find the source of this ill omen. Bring it to me, and you will have the reward you seek. I should remind you that he's still only an apprentice. I won't expect much, if anything, for your troubles. This is what happens when you spend too much time around interesting individuals. Still, I can't deny that life would be boring without him. Why is that on the main road? Go. The quest isn't telling me what to do. What the hell? Oh, I thought this was too. Dire mites. What are they called? Whore mites? Bad breath. Do 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 do. Water catches my eye. Something in the water. You brush away the dirt, find a charm of some sort, quench for it, no doubt be interested in this. You returned. I hoped you had better luck than I. Anemone, you found it, but that there was another way, but the threat posed to the Great would not be ignored. My right words, this will not happen again. Am I so wrong? Who is everybody? Come, Glide, show me what you got. Could it be the charm of some sort? It was exactly where you said it'd be. And that means your visions were... Now do you believe in the Great Serpent? Fine, fine. The Great Serpent is real. More importantly, that charm seems familiar. I think I've seen the children use them. The incantations. Yes, I'm sure of it. My father once found one while hunting in the woods. If memory serves, it can be used to invoke powerful fire spells after absorbing enough ether by the Abyss if they plan to use them to siphon the Greatwood's life force. My visions will at last come to pass. Why are you laughing? Don't you realize how serious this is? That flow of ether we're talking about converges here at the Slitterbow, doesn't it? It's why we have that large aetheryte outside. If the flow is disrupted, our crops would wither, the land would be rendered barren, our animals would die. It would mean the end of our village and all of Raktika would likely follow. Oh great one, I beseech you once more, grant us the strength and the wisdom to avert this terrible crisis. Scree, scree, scree. Seeing them like this makes the whole thing seem like nonsense, but there's no denying Quintford has been right about what would have happened thus far. We have to figure out what the children are up to before it's too late. Snakes in the grass. This would be the wood. We're gonna seize the bow and Almec to get back from the brink. Oh great serpent, show us the way. Show us how we might deliver our people certain destruction. Scree! If anyone sees that thing, they're going to kick us out of the village, then where would we be? We have precious little time to concern ourselves with the others. What's more, the Great Serpent has blessed us with another sign of what's to come. What is it this time? Behold the scales of its belly, and you will see the scar that marked Lord Zaltel's conquest has vanquished. However, a new scar has appeared closer to its tail. The children would threaten another site of great power, and judging by the shape of the scar, I have no doubt it is near Dare's Wash. We must be stopped. Agreed, though I fear only one of us is actually up to the task. And are you certain about the scar? I didn't see anything of the sort on its tail. At any rate, I think it'd be the best if you went to investigate. We've already found proof the children are up to something. It would be foolish not to press further. Perhaps the will of the wood will give us another sign while you're alone. My lord. Still missing half of them. More than half. Fool, you cannot stop us. Button. He's defeated our spiders. Let us away. There's still work to be done. Oh boy. been following. Suspicious looking bag. What's in the bag? Cleansing the forest. You have returned, though that is no surprise. I entered and treated the gods for your protection with a hymn from the Gospel of Quinfort. They could not deny my plea. Scree, scree, scree. Shadows give me strength. Clyde, were you able to find anything? They are plotting a coordinated strike to cut off all flows of ether to the Slitherbow. It beggars belief that they could love the forest so yet be so blind to its needs. We need no further proof of what the children are up to. We have to tell the others. Defend the sites they mean to befell and destroy those magic containers. Explaining how we came to know all this would prove difficult, of course, but I'll not see all your hard work wasted. We must also give thanks to the Great Serpent, who first sensed the children's ill intent. The Divine Protector, who thought us worthy vessels to carry out its work. My heart swells to know the will of the wood smiles upon us so. Huh? Your pet, I mean, the Great Serpent's gone. It was here just a moment ago. We should go look for it. No, my friend, the Great Serpent has fulfilled its duty. It's protecting the Greatwood, and so it returns to slumber. Is that so? Perhaps it really was the Great Serpent. It was truly... If you truly mean that, Valen, then perhaps you are ready to learn the truth of its origins. And I would start from the very beginning. It begins with the sizable crystal in Lake Suimeka, we know as the Fruit of the Protector. If the legends are true, it dates back to a time preceding the Empire Ronka. There he goes. I suspect that I'll be getting an earful for the rest of the day, but I think our work here is finally done. I wish there was some way I could repay you for all your help. Though I should probably go while he's still swept up in his lectures. Take care, Glide. Hopefully we'll meet again soon. Though this is largely an assumption based on my visions noted in chapter 2, verse 17 in the Gospel of... Huh? Come back here, Valen. I still have to tell you about the serpent's influence on the founding of Ronka. Boom, 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 boom. Nut bake. Alright, I think that's it for now. I don't know, I feel like a dungeon is coming up after this, but I'll do that next time. Alright, made some good progress, finally, after like a week. I'm done for now. Bye bye.